of Memorial travel to Bedford to take on the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, of course, number 3 seed in this tournament. They had a game against Alvern last on Tuesday. Handled that team very easily, but they didn't look their sharpest. Maybe it was the opponent. There are definitely things that the Bulldogs need to tighten up as they take on a much stronger opponent in the Crusaders.
Definitely the Crusaders, the 11th seed, with a dramatic 46-45 overtime win against Exeter, the number 6 seed. So they will be taking on this Bulldog team as we start getting ready here for starting lineups.
Broadcast is starting a little bit early, 6 o'clock. I guess the NHIAA wants to beat the weather. We're expecting a few inches of snow starting this evening, so they want to get these games in the books early.
I think they wanted to get you home for bedtime a little bit earlier, Harry, tonight.
That too. We're about to announce the starting lineups, although we have them right here. We could leak them to you right now. For Memorial, number 0, Emma Rossi. Number 3, Kaylee Brunette. Number 13, Torle Adumene. Number 20, Naisa, thank you, McKelvey. And number 23, Madison Pepra Omani, the center of this team. She'll provide a challenge to our own Lana McCarthy. On the Bedford side, the standard 5 are starting. Captain Ava DuBois, Lila Stein, Captain Sydney Grogan. Actually, she's not starting, but she will be playing today. She had that knee injury, but she has recovered enough that she will see some time today. Kate Allard for Bedford, Anna Stravopoulos, and of course Lana McCarthy. Those are your starting 5.
And we will see Annie Zink tonight. She was a scratch on Tuesday night. So they seems to be going to be a competitive game. Early in the season, on January 17th, Bedford took on Memorial, and it was a Bedford win, 51-30. So now we'll start hearing for the starting 5 here for Bedford.
But you know, since that game, they're kind of a streaky team. You know, they opened up 4-0. Dropped 5 in a row, including the game to Bedford. But then they followed up with 5 in a row, followed that with 4 losses in a row. And of course, they had a win in the tournament, defeating Exeter. It was a bit of an upset. You know, Memorial came in as the 11th seed, and Memorial took them down in overtime by a point, 46-45. So this Memorial team is tested. They've been through the ringer, and we'll see what they bring to the court today. In the meantime, we're going to pause for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with the call of the game. National anthem, marking what will be the start of this contest.
And the one thing, Harry, that you'll see different tonight, 3 officials. As we go into the quarterfinals here, you'll see 3 officials for every game going all the way into the finals.
4 officials if we count you here in the press box.
Well, but unfortunately, I don't count other than in the press box.
Just offering your opinions.
That's right. A few years of officiating.
That's, of course, Bill Carter here on the broadcast. Andrew Fenn is taking care of Graphics and audio, Bill Jennings on camera tonight. That's your BCTV crew, and we got Dale Bird back at the studio taking on replays. All those replays will be coming courtesy of Dale. So
Andrew back with us tonight. He was a little bit under the weather on Tuesday night. Colleen was a fair replacement for Andrew the other night.
Very fair.
Well, actually, she brought cookies and cocoa. So here we go.
Yeah, how come you don't bring cookies and cocoa?
Well,
we're ready to start the game. McCarthy here against McKelvey, and McCarthy wins that tip. It goes to Allard. Stein dribbles at the three-point line, kicks it out to DuBois, gets it down low to Allard, and she gets taken down. No call, but they're going to say ball off a Memorial player, number 13, Adamene. So Bedford with the inbound. Stein all alone in the corner, but instead it goes to Allard in the far corner. Now it goes to Stein. She's at the top of the key. Calling out the play here. Pass inside, off the mark for McCarthy, but Stavropoulos recovers it. Now Allard driving the baseline, finds DuBois, long two from the corner, no good. And the rebound taken by Emma Rossi. Into the offensive end, Pepra Omani, the long three, and she hits it. Memorial up on the three by Pepra Omani. Now Bedford tries to answer. Stein dribbles. Burnett is on her. Drops it back to McCarthy, driving the lane. Goes up and off the glass and good. 3-2 Memorial, 6:56 to go here in the first quarter. Pepra Omani over the timeline to Rossi. Back to Pepra Omani. Rossi now driving the baseline, tries to get it inside to McKelvey, but instead it's intercepted by DuBois. Stavropoulos over to McCarthy. Dribbles. Now she goes down the lane, off the glass and in.
Nice
good drive
there. Nice dribble behind the back and up and in.
Good ball control there by McCarthy.
Yes.
So Bedford back on top, 4-3. Pepra Omani fakes, kicks it out to Rossi. She's going to try a three and hits it. Pair of threes for the Crusaders. They're up 6-4. Allard in the corner. Dribbles toward the basket. Puts up a runner, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up again. Can't quite get it there. Had some contact, no call though. Now the Crusaders coming back. Pepra Omani with Stein on her. A little bit of contact there. A long runner off the glass and it's in. 5 points for Madison Pepra Omani. Crusaders up 8-4. Here's Stein to DuBois, now to Allard. She's going to try her own three, a little short. Rebound goes to McCarthy. She gets the foul and she gets it in.
And she'll go to the line. Get the replay there. Little short, but
McCarthy
right
in a good spot for the rebound.
Going for the
trying to get the and one here. A little off the mark. Stavropoulos had her hand on the rebound, but Pepra Omani comes down with it for the Crusaders. Rossi now driving, goes to the baseline.
It's the thing we got to look at here. McCarthy wasn't overly, it was like 2 for 8 on the free throw line on Tuesday night. Need to improve on that.
Rossi driving toward the basket, puts up a left-handed runner. Way off the mark. Stavropoulos with the rebound. Now pass up ahead to McCarthy. Loses it momentarily. Recovers. Turns around trying to find out what they're going to say she traveled with the ball. I thought maybe there was a contact there with McKelvey. But a travel is called right there as she lost her balance and then kind of picked the ball up. Needed to do something with it. Tried to find somebody to pass it to.
It's 50-50 on that one.
And here's a turnover. They're going to say it went off of DuBois, so the ball will stay with Memorial here. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. 8-6, the Crusaders lead.
It all depended if she got there first before the defender.
Now here's a 2-on-1 pass to McKelvey is good. She gets her first 2 points of the game. 10-6 Memorial. Stein, McCarthy back to Stein. Stein dribbles it for a while, now leaves it for Allard. Allard trying to reset the Bedford offense here. Driving, kicks it out to Du Bois. Du Bois dribbles with the runner. It's a little short. They're going to say it's a travel.
Timeout for Bedford here.
So a little bit of Coach Gibbs probably wants to get the guys settled down here, because right now the Crusaders have the edge in scoring and in the floor. So Gibbs is just giving some
telling them this is where you're supposed to be. This is what we've done for 19 games this season. So let's continue on what we've been doing.
And to not put themselves into bad positions. Don't
That's right.
Pick the ball up when you've got no one to make a pass to. Play resumes with Rossi on the inbound. Number 0. She's got 3 points. Now Pepper Omani over the timeline, over to Rossi. Back to number 23. Now Rossi with the 3 is off the mark. It's bounced off a Memorial player. They're going to say, it's going to stay off of Bedford. Number 5, Peyton Moran, who's in the game now for the Crusaders, it went off her hand and she was going to let it go out of bounds.
And of course,
Bedford tried to recover it and wound up knocking the ball out themselves, so Crusaders retained the possession.
Rossi with that instead of hitting someone else.
Moran drives through the paint, doesn't take a shot, gets it to Brunette. Now Moran, Adamene, she slips. And they're going to call a foul?
Yes, on McCarthy. She kind of led into her, causing her to fall. But it was not in the act of shooting, so it'll be Memorial ball out of bounds.
Inside to Adamene, puts the shot up and just puts it right behind the backboard. She had a little contact, not on her arm, but at the body.
And we'll see Sydney Grogan in the game now.
There's Grogan to McCarthy.
Got her hand
inside
wrapped
to
around
Allard.
her there. There we go. Oh, no.
Call travel.
Whoa.
Now Rossi with the inbound. 3:48 to go. Crusaders up 10-6 here in the first period. Blind pass by Pepper Omani, intercepted by Stein. She's got a lane to the basket, puts the ball up, too strong. Rebound Allard.
Very nice.
And the follow-up by Du Bois saves the day and makes it 10-8 Memorial.
They had the numbers there under the basket. Nice pass by Allard.
Pepper Omani to Brunette. Back to Pepper Omani, being guarded by Stein. Cross court pass to Brunette. Now Pepper Omani for 3. Off the backboard, rimmed out. Saved before it goes out of bounds. Adamene tries a shot. No good. Rebound by McCarthy. Now Allard with a 20-footer, and it's good.
Ties the game up here.
Under 3 minutes to play in the first. All tied up at 10. Pepper Omani to Moran. And that's hit by Stein. Comes up with another steal.
Nice hands there for Stein. Oh!
She pulls up and gets hit from behind. A block from behind, got all ball, so no call. Great defensive play there by the Crusaders. And they come right back. Pepper Omani dribbles.
You got to watch out there for that moving
long
pick
3.
there.
And it's rebounded by Du Bois. That pass, kind of a no man's land, intercepted by Moran. She drives and doesn't get the roll on the layup. Allard gets the ball back. Grogan, long pass up for McCarthy. She had Grogan cutting, didn't make the pass. Now Stein to the top of the key. Over to Allard. Allard dribbles. Du Bois with the 3 is good.
5 points there for Du Bois.
And a 7.70 run here for the Bulldogs. They're up 13-10. 1:47 to play. Moran in the corner to Brunette. Back to Moran at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Rossi. Rossi tries to cut the middle, gets the pocket picked by Stein, and now she takes off for the basket. And contact, layup good, and the one. Stein gets her first 2 points, and she goes to the line. So timeout is called here on the floor, with the Bulldogs on a 9-0 run with a chance to make it 10 when Stein goes to the line for the and one. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available as a free downloadable app on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today and enjoy on-demand content and live streaming any place, anytime you've got an internet connection. Scoring so far, Ava Du Bois with 3. Lila Stein with 2. She'll be going to the line here. Kate Allard with 2, and Lana McCarthy leading the way with 6 points.
I believe Ava's got 5.
Yeah, she does have 5.
Okay.
And Stein perfect on the free throw, making it a 10-0 Bedford run.
Bedford 1 for 2 in free throws right now, early, as we are just a minute 30 from the end of the first quarter.
Pepper Omani with the inbound pass. They had the lead for most of the quarter. Now they trail by 6. Here's Rossi, a long 3, misses everything and goes out of bounds. Allard tried to get her hand on it, but wisely pulled her hand away. Bedford comes back now. Grogan over the timeline, dribbling. She's got that brace on her knee. Allard now inside, double team, kick out to Du Bois. Now Grogan from the free throw line, good. Her first 2 points. Bedford on a 12-0 run, 18-10.
Have it under 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Into the corner now, Rossi. She drives into a Bedford player, knocks her down, no call. Now here's Moran. Kicks it out to Rossi from the corner for 3, and it's good. 6 points for Rossi. That breaks the string. 18-13 Bedford. 29 seconds to go. Here's a turnover for Bedford. Pepper Omani coming back. 1-on-2. She drives to the basket. And it's going to be an offensive call on number 23.
Takes the offensive foul there. Very good. Proper position. Let the player walk and run right into her.
So that's going to be, I believe, the first call on Pepper Omani. Now we've got a change. Ava Du Bois coming out. Devlin McDonald in the game. Actually, that's 2 fouls on Pepper Omani. Some really foul trouble for her. 20 seconds to go. Grogan dribbles into the zone. Now McCarthy at the foul stripe. Kicks it to Stravopoulos, loses the handle momentarily. Now finds McCarthy for the short jumper, no good. Stravopoulos with the rebound. McCarthy kicks it out to Grogan. She drives to the basket, underhand layup, no good.
And that will be the end of the first quarter.
So good action here in the first. The Crusaders jumping out to the early lead. They were up 10-6 on the Bulldogs, but then Bedford putting together a 12-0 run that was only broken with a 3-pointer by Emma Rossi. And that's where we stand right now, 18-13. Scoring so far, Ava Du Bois with 5, Lila Stein with 3, Sydney Grogan with 2, Kate Allard with 2, and Lana McCarthy with 6.
Okay. For Memorial, Rossi with 6, McKelvey with 2, and Pepper Omani with 5 to give that 13. Fouls. We got McCarthy with 1. That's only 1 that the
only Bedford foul is 1. Now we have 2 on Pepper Omani. Are there other fouls on Memorial?
Well, that's what I was looking on your sheet for.
I don't think. Let's see.
There is 3 on the board.
There is one more foul that we don't have an accounting for. We'll get that figured out for you. But right now it's Memorial with 3 team fouls. Playoff action continues we know for sure that on Sunday it's going to be boys basketball. Their semifinal, or quarterfinal, I should say, against the Trinity Pioneers. That's going to be here at Bedford High Gym. Hockey, that's a little up in the air. We right now tentatively scheduled for Saturday night at 7:30. That could be affected by the weather, though. We'll let you know. Second quarter underway. Schmidt in the game now for Memorial. She kicks it out to Rossi. Dribbling at the foul stripe. Looking for an outlet. Gets it to Moran.
McDonald in the game here for Bedford.
That Schmidt dribbles. Moran. Now to Adamene. Into the corner for Schmidt. Drives to baseline. Now pulls up. McKelvey with it. Kicks it out to the corner for Adamene. There's some contact there, and let's see who the call's going to be on.
It's going to be an Allard.
On Allard, she's going to pick up her first. That is only the second foul. Jocelyn Yazwe in the game now for the Crusaders, and Marlena Schmidt takes the seat. Rossi in the corner. Dribbles, puts up a two. It's blocked by McDonald. Grogan picks up the rebound into the corner for McDonald. Allard underneath, and there's going to be a foul called on Moran for reaching in. That's going to be the fourth team foul on the Crusaders. So Grogan inbounding the ball. 7:07 to play here in the half. 18-13 Bedford. Oh, they found Allard underneath the basket. It needs him too.
Nice play.
2013 Bedford with the 7-point lead. Rossi dribbles between the legs. Now it gets it to Adamene. Back to Rossi. She's got Allard watching her. Here's Moran. Dribbles, kicks it out to Adamene. Grogan watching her. Crusaders very patient here, moving the ball around. Here's the three-point try by Yazwe. That's off the mark. Grogan with the rebound. Driving all the way into the Bedford end. McCarthy takes the runner.
Got a little hit there.
That hit the rim and just bounced away. No good.
I think the arm was hit there on the way into the basket.
Adamene with a layup. No good. Allard with the rebound for Bedford. Coming back. Driving to the basket. Now kicks it out to Devlin McDonald. No good. McCarthy off the glass and good.
8 points there for Lana McCarthy. This would be
Bulldogs up by 9, 22-13. Rossi dribbles into the corner for Yazwe, and she hits her three. 3 points for Yazwe. Now Stravopoulos drives to the basket and gets a foul. Yazwe picks up a foul for blocking Stravopoulos to the bucket. It's going to be a shooting foul. So Anna Stravopoulos on the foul line here, looking to register her first points of the game. First one too strong. Some new players coming back in for the Crusaders. Brunette is back in, as well as Pepra Omani. Stravopoulos ready for her second try. That one came in a little hot, but settled down and falls. So chalk up the point, 24-16 now. Or 23-16, correction. So 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. Pepra Omani being guarded by Grogan. Still dribbles. Kicks it out to Yazwe. She drives. Puts it off the glass too strong. McKelvey with the rebound. That's off the mark. And McCarthy comes up with the rebound. Stein. Cross court pass to Grogan. Inside to Allard, who gets it in. 6 points now for Allard. 25-16 Bedford. 5 minutes to go in the half. Pepra Omani puts a fake, drives to the bucket, lays it up. No good. Devlin McDonald with the rebound. Stein headmans it up to Grogan, gets it inside to McCarthy off the glass and good. 10 points now for Lana McCarthy. and Bedford gets the lead up to 11, 27-16. Pepper Omani to Yazwe. She's in the corner. Dribbles. Finds Burnett in the corner. Devlin on her. Now McKelvey at the top of the key.
Bedford ramping up the defense there.
Allard gets a block on McKelvey there.
For Allard there.
Great move there. Now Allard tries a three, and it's good. 9 points for Allard, and this is going to be a timeout called by the Crusaders. As Bedford pushes the lead now to 14, 30-16.
Yeah, as Allard pops up there, pops the three right there. Puts it up by 14.
That was a great block there.
Yes, it was. She did the block on the far end, took it down the court, and hit the three.
And there's an earlier scoring opportunity there by Lana McCarthy. Grogan finding her under the basket. It's really, once they get the ball inside to McCarthy, most of the teams in Division I here really don't have somebody who can match up. There's that block by Allard.
Definitely.
Beautiful defensive play right there.
And then obviously you got Allard with her height on the other side. So between the two.
Oh, and Devlin McDonald as well. You got a lot of tall trees on that Bulldog lineup.
They put out that tall lineup out there. Then you got Grogan out there as the little field general, making sure the ball gets moved where it needs to be. I think on Tuesday night, they could have missed. I think they missed her on Tuesday night. I think they needed. I mean, Stein, she did a great job.
Yeah, but that's not taking anything away from Stein.
Stein did a great job.
Well.
But all season you've had Sydney out there, and I think the team sometimes just knows what Sydney's going to do, and you have a full season of that.
Here's Pepper Omani to Yazwe. Loses the ball momentarily. Inside to McKelvey. She's trying to get around McCarthy. Now over to Edumene from the corner. Kick out to Yazwe. Open for three. Off the mark. Ball on the ground. It kicks over
nice
to
pass.
Grogan. Great move there.
Yeah.
Grogan lays it in.
4 points there for Sydney Grogan. Nice teamwork there. Pass it along. Got the wide open shot. Oh.
There's going to be a foul going the other way.
Going to have an illegal block there. On Memorial number 20 for the illegal screen.
Number 20, McKelvey. That's her second foul. That's the missing foul. She has two.
We have solved the...
And here's McCarthy inside, off the glass and good. 12 points now for Lana McCarthy. Now Pepper Omani comes back, drives with a runner and gets the roll. It drops, and she's got 7 points. And just as quickly, they find McCarthy underneath for her 14th point.
Fast action here, second quarter.
Here's a long three by Memorial. Kept from going out of bounds, but recovered by Bedford. Now Stein drives to the lane, kicks it out to Grogan, who puts it in. 6 points now for Grogan. 38-18. The lead is pushed up to 20. Adumene dribbles, gets it out to Moran. She bumps into Stein, and it looks like Stein's going to get called there
for her first foul.
2:34 left here in the first half. Ball out of bounds, knocked away by Grogan. So Memorial will get the inbounded one more time. They get it to Rossi in the backcourt, which is allowed. Now Pepper Omani. And there's a little contact there. It looks like they're going to call Grogan for running into Rossi. Rossi putting up a screen, and she ran into her. So that's Grogan's first foul. Fourth team foul on the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, the Memorial Crusaders have 6. One more foul on them. They'll be in the bonus. Now pass in the backcourt to Pepra Omani. She runs it back and recovers it. She's one-on-one on Grogan. Shoots one from the foul line. Kind of a low trajectory shot. Didn't have much of a chance. Lana McCarthy with the rebound. Stein drives it all the way, puts it up, and gets fouled.
And will be going to the line. Foul on number 3, Brunette.
So Stein is going to be on the line for a shot, for 2 shots actually.
She's 1 for 1 so far in free throws.
First one is good. Devlin McDonald's going to come in, and Lana McCarthy's going to take a seat. She comes off the floor with 14 points. All deuces.
And importantly, only 1 foul.
Stein
hits them both.
Second one is good. She's been a perfect 3 for 3. Pushes the game up to 40-18. Bedford cruising in this second half, the second quarter. Moran on Allard, drives, puts the alley-oop layup, hits the bottom of the rim, and the tie up there goes Bedford's way on the jump ball. Grace Wolf gets ready to go in.
Going to give Allard a little bit of a rest here with 1:55 here in the second quarter.
Grogan dribbles, pulls up, gets it over to Devlin McDonald, thought about a 3. Now Du Bois on the far court, up to Stein. Stein in the paint, gets it down low to Grogan. Grogan couldn't get a clean shot away, kicks it out to Wolf. Her shot was off, but Grogan with the rebound, she puts it away. She's got 8 points here in the second quarter. 42-18, Bedford keeps piling the points on. Pepra Omani turns around, drops it in. She's got 9 points. 1:15 to play in the half. Grogan dribbles, now stops. Over to Du Bois, inside to Devlin. Turns around. Her shot hits a Crusader. They're a little confused. They thought it was off a Bedford player. But Bedford will get the inbound with exactly a minute to go here in the second quarter. Du Bois finds Devlin McDonald. Over to Grogan. Wolf gets it inside to McDonald. She had a fight for possession. Now kicks it out to Stein. Her 3 off the mark. Rebounded there by Brunette. Here come the Crusaders. Moran kicks it out of bounds. Threw it a little off the mark. Rossi couldn't get her hands on it. Goes into the stands. It'll be Bedford ball.
Tipped there by Stein, but tipped right off, and then it hit off the hands of the Memorial player.
39.6 to play here in the half. Grogan.
22-point lead there for Bedford here.
Now Du Bois runs under the baseline.
Oh, very nice.
A reverse layup is good. She's got 7. Lead is up now 44-20. 24-point lead going into the half. 16 seconds to go here. Rossi with the long 3, too strong. Stein tried to knock it back to a Bedford player. The Crusaders come up with it. Pepra Omani on Grogan, runs. And what are they going to call here? A foul on Grogan?
It's going to be a foul on the floor. It would be out of bounds for Red with 4.5 seconds to go.
So Grogan's going to get her second foul. 4.5 seconds left in the second quarter. It's in. They better get a shot away right away. 1 second. Here's Brunette.
Will not
puts
fall.
It in. It hits the rim, but it does not drop. And that's where we stand right now at the half, 44-20. We'll give you the scoring recap here. Ava Du Bois with a pair of 2s and a 3. She's got 7 points. Lila Stein, mostly from the foul line. She's got 2 and 3 free throws. She's got 5 points. Sydney Grogan, 8 points, all in the second quarter. Kate Allard with 9. Anna Stravopoulos, 1 for 2 from the foul line. She's got 1 point. Lana McCarthy has 14 points in that first half.
giving you a total of 44. On the Memorial side, Emma Rossi with 2 threes has 6. Jocelyn Yazway with a 3-pointer gives her 3. Nyesha McKelvey with 2. And Madison Pepper Omani 3, 2 with 9, which gives you your 20. So halftime, Bedford 44, Memorial 20. Difficulties solved here. Ready for the second half with Bedford leading 44-20 over Memorial. Memorial ball out of bounds, as it will be handed over to Emma Rossi there. Referee tonight is Mark Hamill. Here we go.
Pepper Omani with the up.
Blocked there by Lana.
Here comes Stein. Over to Stavropoulos, Du Bois. Now Allard's going to try the 3, and she gets it.
Very nice. Allard now with 12. So the lead is pumped up to 27 here.
Rossi dribbles. Kicks it out, just saves it from going over the timeline.
Nice save there by Pepper Omani.
McKelvey back to Pepper Omani. She throws up a 3. No good, too strong. McCarthy with the rebound. Stein gets the pass to Stavropoulos. Stein, long pass across to Allard. She dribbles along the baseline, gets to Stein. She tries the 3. Too strong, bounces out. McKelvey with the rebound. Now Pepper Omani dribbles. Here's Adamene trying to get in. Can't do it, has to push it out to Brunette. Now Rossi for the long 3. No good. And Bedford gets the rebound. Stein up to Du Bois. Du Bois tried to get into to McCarthy, but knocked out of bounds by McKelvey.
Bedford ball on the baseline here.
There's a turnover. Brunette pulls up, and they're going to call a foul here. And they're going to say the foul was on
Ava Du Bois, her first.
Ava Du Bois. She gets a foul right there. First team foul on the Bulldogs. Ball is inbounded. Another long 3 there by Pepper Omani. No good.
They were falling earlier in the night for Memorial, but they can't seem to see the distance here.
They've been going to the long 3 all night. They can't seem to penetrate the inside. Now here's Allard trying a 3. No good. But Lana McCarthy gets the rebound and has her hand grabbed on the way up. She's going to go to the foul line.
We get a chance for 2 free throws here.
I believe the call's on Rossi. It's her first foul. McCarthy, first one. Off the mark. It looked good, but it was a little off to the side.
The woes continue for McCarthy here. 0 for 2 on free throws.
Second one too strong, but she gets her own rebound.
And she will go to the line again.
Foul. So McCarthy goes back to the line.
Who was that foul on?
And a timeout is called. We're going to take a moment now to catch you up on some of the other scores around Division I. There are 3 other quarterfinal contests. I believe Bishop Girton Concord not being played tonight. It's being played, well, I guess it might have been played tomorrow. That's probably been canceled. But we've got a final. Goffstown defeats Pinkerton 62-53, so Goffstown punches their ticket into the semifinal, the number 4 seed Grizzlies. And at half, it's Portsmouth leading Londonderry 25-17.
McCarthy with a little bit more practice on the free throw line here.
Yeah, I don't think they let her do practice during timeout.
No, this is real time, but she's got to get, there we go.
There she uses the glass and bounces it in. Her first free throw, 1 for 4 on the night. Let's see if she can make it 2. That one off the mark.
And Stavrovsky with the rebound.
Pass back to Stein. Dribbles. Stravopoulos with the long 2, misses everything. Ademene with the rebound for Memorial. And she winds up stepping on the back.
No, they get McCarthy for her second.
Inbound. Ball goes to Moran. Ademene. Rossi gives it back to Ademene. She's double teamed. Tries to get the ball back to Burnett. Saves it just before it crosses the timeline. Now Moran dribbles, pass inside to McKelvey. Rims in and out. Rebound by Dubois. 48-20 is your score. Bedford up by 28 points. Under 5 minutes to play. Pass inside McCarthy
nice
is good. Bulldogs break 50. They're up 30 points. Here's Rossi. Dubois watching her. And now the ball out of bounds is going to be off of Stein.
The official explaining that the ball went off him out of bounds. He is out of bounds.
Out with the ball. To Moran. Moran still dribbling. Down the paint. Puts up a shot too strong.
Oh,
Crusaders.
Travel. Yeah, there we
they're
go.
going to say it's a double dribble there. So turnover.
4:23 left here in the third quarter. Bedford 50, Memorial 20. Allard to
Lana McCarthy getting tackled under the basket, nothing being called.
Getting mugged down underneath the basket there.
Allard comes up with the loose ball.
There
puts
we
it
go.
Up and gets it
in.
to drop.
Yes.
It's going to count and 1. That's going to put Allard on the line. And her and 1 is perfect. So that gives her 15 points. And the inbound goes to Rossi, dribbles over the timeline. Rossi still with it, dribbles, leaves it for Moran. Back to Burnett, goes off of Rossi's hand. She's got to come back and play it. Now to McKelvey. Ademene now with the ball. Dribbling. Get the shot blocked, but they're going to say it's a foul. I think it's going to go on Grace Wolf.
Her first foul. Yep.
So 3 team fouls
apiece
on the Bulldogs.
Yep.
And they're going to put Ademene on the line, yet to score any points, and she still doesn't because she misses that first shot. Ademene with a second try, and this one is good. So she gets in the scorebook with 1, and it breaks the scoring drought for the Crusaders. They've got 21. There's a corner shot by Du Bois that's good. 9 points for her. It's now 55-21.
Gives her 9. Yep, there we go. Number 5, Moran for 2.
Stein with the ball. Finds McCarthy underneath the basket, but it's stolen away by Rossi. Dribbling over the timeline. She finds McKelvey underneath. She needed 2 tries to put it up, but finally does it and draws the foul.
It's going to be Grace Wolf's
4 points for
foul.
McKelvey.
And she will go to the line for 1.
Did McKelvey make that shot?
Yes.
Free throw no good by McKelvey. And they're going to say Bedford was on the back line, stepping on it.
No, I think he has a foul here.
Oh, we do?
22.
22.
For Devlin McDonald, her first.
Rossi inbounds, but Wolf is able to knock it away. So another inbound, this time on the side court. Rossi, Moran with it. Ademene driving against McDonald. Turns around, had the ball stripped away by Olivia King. They're going to say it's a jump ball. Favoring Bedford, they get the ball.
Looked a little strange there. Blocked it, and she held it on the side, and it was a held ball.
2:46 to play here in the third quarter. Bedford up 55-23. Wolf dribbles to Stein. McDonald gives it back to Stein. She finds Wolf. Now Olivia King in the corner, back to Wolf. To Sydney Grogan. Here's a cut by Stein. Kicks it out to King. King with the jumper, no good. Rebound by McKelvey. Ademene. Quick pass up to Schmidt. Her shot no good. And Wolf with the rebound. Stein up to Grogan. Grogan slips. Has her pocket picked. Ball's loose on the ground.
And they're going to get Stein for her second. On that loose ball. Tried to grab. So that'll be number 6 on Bedford. Jocelyn Yazway into the game for Memorial.
Rossi inbounds it to Moran in the backcourt. Crosses the line and puts it right between the wickets. Tried to get it to Schmidt, and it's out of bounds. Bedford ball. Under 2 minutes to play here. Bulldogs up by 30. Grogan over to Stein. Back to Grogan at the top of the key. Decides to go through the paint.
Oh,
and will be fouled.
The foul.
Looks like Ademene is going to get that call. And it is. Ademene with her first foul. 15 foul on the Crusaders. And Grogan will try to add to her total of 8. First shot perfect. Kind of an unusual style. She has very low trajectory ball, but it goes right in.
Oh yeah. Shortest distance to the basket is to go straight.
This one's off the mark. Ball's tied up underneath. They're going to call it a jump, and it goes to the Crusaders. Rossi gets it to Moran. 1:35 to play here in the third quarter. Stein manages to knock the ball loose. She gets an elbow for trouble, no call. Now Adamene tries to put it up, and it's blocked by McDonald out of bounds. Or are they going to call her?
Going to call her on a foul.
Okay, looked like she had all ball.
Sure did. But you know my common line is they're a lot closer than we are. So from our distance.
So that puts Adamene on the line. She's just got 1 point, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Too strong, no good. Her second try is perfect. So 2 for 4.
2 for 4 from the free throw line. Gives her 2 points for the game.
26 points for the Crusaders, 56 for the Bulldogs. Blocked by the Crusaders there, but Bedford gets the ball back. Now short jumper by Stein. Too strong. Adamene with the rebound. Dribbles. Waiting for her teammate to catch up. Now they settle down. Now a double team and her travel there by Adamene. I don't know what she was thinking.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, her with the swelling arm, somebody knocked her glasses off. And I think the reaction of her glasses falling off said, hey, I got to walk here.
Started stepping backwards. 1 minute to go. Grogan to Stein.
Bedford up by 30.
Back to Grogan. Gets it inside now to King, and she draws a foul. Looks like Peyton Moran picking up her second. That is going to be 6-team foul. Not a shooting foul, so it's going to be inbounded here by the Bulldogs. Stein gets it. She's in the corner, dribbles out. Finds Grogan at the top of the key. Now to Devlin McDonald, they're going to say Grogan moved her pivot foot.
She did that bunny hop before she made the pass.
42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Rossi gets it to Moran. Under 40 to go. Moran charges, get the ball knocked out of her hand, taken away by Stein. Kicks it over to McDonald, finds King underneath, and Adamene lands on her. That's going to be a foul.
She's going to go to the line for 1-and-1.
Adamene with her second foul, and the 17th foul, so it's a bonus for Bedford. Well, I don't understand this.
They are it number 7.
Putting it.
That's number 6 then, huh? All right.
I could have sworn it was 6 before.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was. Looking at the. There you go. That's number 7 there.
And that's a foul, I believe, on Adamene again, as Stein was driving for the basket. 3 fouls on Adamene.
So now.
Or actually, correction, that's on Moran, that call. That's her third. Stein perfect on the first shot. She's got 6. Perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. Second one on the way, and that's good too.
Make it
5 for 5.
Yeah.
21 seconds to go here.
Tell you, that's the key to a game. If you can make those free shots, that it will go a long way.
In the corner,
nice
Yazway with the 3. 58-29. Bedford up. They get the ball inside to Stein. She lands out of bounds. So it's going to be the Crusaders' ball with 4.8 seconds to go. Ball's inbounded to Rossi. She takes the half court. Oh, it hits the backcourt and the rim, but bounces away. No good. So at the end of 3 quarters, the score: Bedford 58 and Memorial 29. Scoring so far: Ava DuBois with 9, Lila Stein with 7, 5 of those coming from the free throw line. Sydney Grogan with 9. Kate Allard with 15. Anna Stravopoulos with 1. Lana McCarthy with 17.
And on the Crusader side, we have Emma Rossi with 6. Peyton Moran with 2. Jocelyn Yazway with 6. Torley Edamani with 2. NHIAA Kelvy with 2. And Madison Peppermomani with 9. So that was a 14-9 quarter for Bedford.
Following up the 26-7 second quarter. Do we have a scoring update here?
With 5:31 left in the third quarter, BG is leading now 35-29 over Concord.
So that game is being played. All the games being played on this Friday evening.
Yes, trying to get them done. We're calling for 8 to 14 inches here in our part of the state, and everybody wants to get everybody home safe. Go home and get the old snowblower warmed up, ready to go for a little bit of work tomorrow during the day as we start the fourth quarter here.
Stein gets the inbound, passes it across to Allard. She had to reach back to get it. Now Allard drives, finds McDonald in the corner, back to Allard. Bumping there with Schmidt, and Schmidt's going to be called for the foul.
And that'll be 2 for 1 and 1 for Allard.
Yeah, not a shooting foul, but they are in the bonus. That is the 8th team foul for the Crusaders. Allard off the mark, but McDonald gets the rebound, finds McCarthy, who gets fouled.
And she will be going the line for 2.
NHIAA McKelvey, her 3rd. McCarthy, high arcing shot, off the mark.
1 for 7 right now.
Second one no good either. But Bedford gets the rebound. McCarthy tried to get a McDonald. She gets blocked. And the Crusaders come away with the ball. Brunette over to Yazwe. Now to Pepper Omani. With Allard watching her, Pepper Omani finally gets it to McKelvey. Cross-court pass to Brunette, dribbles. Yazwe at the 3-point line, pulls back. Pepper Omani waiting for a screen, now takes a 3. Misses everything, and Stein gets the rebound. Long lead pass from McCarthy, doesn't even have to put the ball in the glass, but she put it up too strong, but Allard cleans up. Follows up with 2, and it's 60-29. Bulldogs up. Yazwe. There's an errant pass, taken away by McCarthy. She dribbles, now stops. Puts it to Stein at the 3-point line. Stein finding McCarthy inside, off the glass and good.
2 more.
$62-29. Pepper Omani pulls up, looks for an outlet, finally finds Yazwe. Brunette. She moves her pivot foot when she tried to make that jump, that pass. Her back foot moved at the travel.
Got to make that pass before that back foot comes back down. Little indecision there, and it will be a travel and a mass change up here for Bedford as
Coach Gibbs decides to play some of the bench.
And this will be a key as they move further along into the playoffs.
Melanie Gibson over to Grogan.
Yep.
Grogan gets hooked on her way to the basket. That's going to be a 2-shot foul, and I think that's McKelvey. No, Pepper Omani.
Grogan has that ball down around her hip, and nobody can get to her.
So 4 fouls on Pepper Omani. In danger of fouling out here. Grogan perfect on that shot.
She's 2 for 3 on the 3 throws right now.
She's got 10. And the Bulldogs, the Crusaders decide to make a big change as well. Yazwe comes out, as does Schmidt. Grogan off the mark on that second shot. Here's Pepper Omani with a 2-pointer. No good. McKelvey gets the rebound, and she loses it out of bounds. It'll be Bedford ball. Goffstown defeats Pinkerton 62-53. They advance to the semifinal. Last we heard, Portsmouth and Bishop Girton were all leading in their games. Grogan now in the corner. Pass inside to King, a little high, but she comes down with it. Her shot off the mark. And Adumene gets the rebound.
Clippers lead Londonderry by 4. Looks like to be in the third quarter.
Here's a runner by Brunette, too strong. Bounces off the backboard. Dubois easily gets it. Now Gibson decides not to take the shot, tries to kick it back to King. King gets fouled.
And King will be going to the line. That'll be on Emma Rossi there, her first.
Actually, that's going to be on McKelvey.
Is it going to be on McKelvey? It was 20?
Yep, number 20. So timeout here.
That's number 4 on McKelvey. 60-second timeout here.
Scoreboard says 3. So somewhere we got our wires crossed. Not the first time.
That's why you should be using a pencil, not a pen, right? Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely. I live dangerously. I use a pen.
Yeah, well, the pen is failing me tonight. So right now, 63-29, 4:59 left in the fourth quarter.
So far, tentatively scheduled boys ice hockey is going to be tomorrow against Trinity. 7:30 face-off at Sullivan Arena. We're going to have that for you on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Now, in case the snow is really heavy, the game is going to be moved to 8 o'clock on Sunday. Either way, we will have the game for you.
Yep.
In the meantime, boys basketball has been rescheduled. Their semifinal against Trinity right here at Bedford Gym on quarterfinal. Sorry, that'll be Sunday at 5 p.m.
Yes.
And we'll have that game for you as well. We will bring you as many.
Looks like it'll be you and Corey on Sunday night.
Well, if Corey gets back in time, the snow doesn't slow him down. We're going to try to bring you as many playoff contests as we can.
So I guess if I'm working hockey tomorrow night, I better bring a pair of gloves, right?
So King now at the line. Is no good. She misses both of hers. 63-29, 4:52 to go. Pepper Omani now to Adumene. And she puts it up and gets a foul. Looks like King with the foul, and it is her first. Olivia King for the Bulldogs. Adumene now with the and one. It's good. 3-point play there for the Crusaders. 5 points for Adumene. 63-32. Gibson to Grogan to King in the corner. Gets it to Dubois. Over to King. Dribbles into the paint. Kicks it out to Grogan, who takes an extra step. They're going to call that.
She likes to do that fake up, and it technically is attempting a shot.
Pepper Omani drives and winds up drawing a foul from Grogan. They're going to say Grogan blocked her.
Her third.
So Pepper Omani on the foul line. She's been shut out here in the second half. She had 9 points in the first. And she hits that one. (63-33). Rossi comes out of the game. Peyton Moran comes in. Also coming out is Kaylee Brunette. Pepper Omani's second shot is good as well, giving Crusaders 34. Gibson chases down the loose ball for Bedford, gets it to Dubois. Grogan's going to try the three, it's short. Rebound by Moran. Under 4 minutes to play, Pepper Omani with the ball. Dribbles against Grogan, turns around, takes a jumper, it's short. Ademene with the rebound, she puts it up off the glass, no good. And the rebound goes off the shoulder of Dubois, it's going to stay with Memorial. Pepper Omani trying to find an inbound partner, finally does. What are you going to say?
Nope,
Was that a 5-second call?
5-second call. The turnover.
Grogan carries the ball over for Bedford. Dubois to Gibson. King is going to try a long two, and she nails it. Her first 2 points. She was just inside that 3-point strike. Pepper Omani driving, loses the handle momentarily, gets it back, now pulls outside. Across to Yazwe. Ademene now dribbling, loses their balance and falls down. They're not calling anything here. Ball bounces away, goes right to Grogan, so Bedford with it now. 3 minutes to go. Pass underneath to Gibson. Couldn't get the ball to drop. Rebound by McKelvey, and Pepper Omani now carrying it into the offensive zone. Dribbles, thinks about taking a runner, instead kicks it out to Moran for a long three. Rebound goes to McKelvey. She can't get the rebound to drop, so now Grogan takes it away. 2:36 to play. Stravopoulos underneath to Grogan, she got blocked. Now Stravopoulos in the charity stripe. She gets two, and her total for the game is 3. 67-34 is your score. Timeout called here.
Looks like this will be the last timeout for Memorial. As Bedford has only called one, they still have 4 left with 2:25 to go. 67-34.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 7:30, assuming the weather allows it. Quarterfinal Bedford hockey against Trinity. 4 versus 5 seed at Sullivan Arena. And I'll have that call for you. They had a timeout for a shoe tying. Fatma Fatah in the game now for the Crusaders. As
when I was talking to the coach earlier, he said that she would make her way into the game towards the end of the game.
Coach Bob Croto. Greg Croto. Sorry about that. Getting some of his bench players in now that the game is out of reach.
Call on Anna Stravopoulos, and that'll be her first, and it will send Fatah to the charity stripe here.
So Fatah takes her first shot. That's a little short. You notice she has an interesting footwear. Is she wearing a Croc on one foot? I wonder if that's due to injury. But I noticed that when she took the foul shot, she lifted her leg and made the shot 1 foot. There she goes again. And this time it's good. So Fatah gets...
To be honest with you, I think that was an intentional foul to allow her to come in. It looks like she has an injury there. And she's a senior this year, so that was her. This would be her last game, so they wanted to get her in there to, those things happen. You see those things on TV. They give the foul just so that person can go to the line, get the last points of their career. Yes, there is a crock on that right foot. So
Hodan Osman now in the game here for the Crusaders.
Great thing to do as Coach Gibbs and the Bedford Bulldogs allow her. And this will be Emma Rossi coming out, also a senior. So this is her last game and embraces the coach. And,
ball inbounded to Osman. Pepper Omani still in the game. Here's a runner and it lands. (67-37). Here's Stein underneath, alley-oop. No good, but she gets her own rebound back. McDonald, pass over to Stein, is intercepted by Pepper Omani. She drives, pulls up, stops where Yazwe takes a shot from 3, no good. Grace Wolf now with the rebound for Bedford. Coach Gibbs calls the timeout. We're hoping to have Coach Gibbs up here for an interview after the game.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. We just have 1:12 to go here in regulation. So this is a game that definitely went a little better for the Bulldogs. A little crisper execution.
Yep. Well,
two big offensive runs.
You did mention that when you talked to Coach Gibbs. He wants to do that first game. He doesn't want to have to walk into the quarterfinals. It gets the girls a little bit of practice, and it has shown that they are a little bit more sharper tonight. We'll be moving on to take on the winner of the Portsmouth game.
Wolf.
5:30 p.m. semifinal at Londonderry on Tuesday, as I get a little note here from Andrew Fenn. So
Bedford just happy to let the clock run out here. Stein just dribbling outside the three-point line. Tried to get it inside to Gibson. It's stolen away by Yazwe. She's dribbling. Heads for the basket, puts it on the ground, hits a leg, turnover. Bedford gets it back. Allard, 35 seconds to play. To Grace Wolf. Now Stein. Back over to Gibson, over to Stein again. 25 seconds to play. Bedford just happy to let the clock run out here. Stein being watched by Pepper Omani. Inside to Allard, a little bit of a turnover. Bedford gets it back. Stein has it. 6 seconds to play. Grace Wolf handling the ball. You can hear the crowd clap. And that's going to do it. Your final, 67-37. Big 30-point win for the Bedford Bulldogs. They advance to the semifinals. As you said, it's going to be Tuesday at Londonderry High School. And we just await the winner of Portsmouth and Londonderry. Last we heard, Portsmouth was in the lead of that game. Here's your scoring update. Ava Du Bois finishing the game with 9. Lila Stein with 7. Sydney Grogan has 10. Kate Allard, she's got 17. Anna Stravopoulos with 3. 2 points for Olivia King. And Lana McCarthy finishes up with 19 points.
And on the Crusader side, Emma Rossi with 6. Peyton Moran with 2. Jocelyn Yazwe with 6. Fatma Fatah with 1.
Torley Adamene
with 5. Naisha McKelvey with 4. And Madison Peppermomani with 11, giving us the 37.
All right. Well, that's going to do it from here. Bill Carter, thanks for joining us on the broadcast.
Not a problem, sir.
We're waiting for Coach Gibbs to join us here. He is high-fiving some of the members of his team and some of his coaches. Trying to get his attention. Weather allowing, we're going to have hockey for you tomorrow night. Tentative start time 7:30 at Sullivan Arena. Again, that is dependent on the snow situation tomorrow.
Well, it looks like we might not get Coach Gibbs here tonight.
He's talking it over with some friends.
So I think that'll
family,
be.
so they're going to end the broadcast right here and now.
All right, Harry. It was a pleasure dealing this week with you.
Dealing with me, thank you.
Dealing with you.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure dealing with you, Bill.
Working with you this Tuesday and Friday night. So
Andrew Fenn on graphics and sound. Thank you very much. Bill Jennings on camera, and of course Dale Bird back at the studio with the replays. Bedford advances. Final score 67-37. That is going to do it from here. You've been watching and listening to Bedford girls basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.